Let's talk about what this upgrade means. I know that there's interoperability with ETH and your platform that you're building. Is this going to help yet further just build back a little bit of confidence in the space?
A little, yes. I mean, it's a fantastic thing in the sense that going from proof of work to proof of stake basically decreases the energy requirement to run Ethereum. The short-term relief is basically, it went without a technical glitch. And there was not as much selling of ETH after this. So that's why Ethereum's breaking through 2,000. And the whole space is actually, frankly, doing decent. But it's important to understand why it's doing so well and who's buying it and that kind of thing.
Yeah, because this is where we get the distinction between Bitcoin, which generally is just an asset and meant to be a store of value, then got ETH, which the hope is around smart contracts, the hope is around adoption. But is that going to become an obvious use case right here, right now? Because we all wait for the killer dApp and it doesn't come.
That is a use case for people in the crypto ecosystem. In order to get yield now, they can stake their Ethereum. So that's very positive for in Ethereum, in crypto asset people. In fact, a lot of this rally we've seen in the last year to date, so to speak, it's been a better asset class than any other asset class, even tech stocks, is because it's been driven by on-chain people, crypto natives, and also international people. It's not so much that new money or that institutional adoption. Interesting.
And actually, it's all about, well, teasing out potentially future international and institutional adoption. At the moment, Ed, there's an NFT week going on here in New York, and there are plenty of people focusing on the upgrade. But were you doing some sort of watch party out there at SF?
No watch party for me. For context, John, 24 hours ago, Kate Lawrence of Blockcelerate was on. We're talking about how, for the industry, right, amid all of the volatility in the pricing of certain tokens, people still watch these technological updates. My question is why? Why is it such a key moment for an industry to track the underlying technology that powers those platforms?
So earlier I just said that the rally has been driven by native crypto people. And in my opinion, for this asset class to continue to grow in price at least, you really need institutional buyers to come into the space. And for real institutional buyers to come into the space, you need real utility, real world use cases. And you're seeing that, one of the big things for NFT NYC this time around versus last year is that although there are fewer people here, there's quality brands. A lot of brands are coming to see how the NFT construct can help them with their loyalty plans and loyalty programs and also increase engagement. So you're seeing some real use cases and discussion of building real things for big brands.
John, when last you were on with us, it was the afternoon that SVB collapsed. And you were going to come on and talk about what we're talking about right now, and we got sidetracked. And of all the volatility in recent weeks in markets, the industry's access to funding, what are you seeing in New York City among that NFT conversation? Is that a marketplace that's back on track and that people are kind of optimistic about investing in?
So you're not seeing the OTC markets or the on-ramps like fiat, like through Coinbase into the crypto ecosystem really picking up yet. They are still hesitant. But the excitement inside the ecosystem of crypto has been reinvigorated. Most of this price rally, people don't realize, happened right after SVB. It was a reminder to the crypto native people as to why they got into this space originally, the mistrust they have for large institutions. That's why Bitcoin became very popular after 2008. And because of that reminder, I think it reinvigorated the crypto native community.
We saw a lot of uptick in Bitcoin and ETH, maybe not so much the altcoins, John, but talk to us about your own initiatives right now, because you say there's utility, there's purpose, big brands. Well, you've got some key financial players coming on to try and understand how they can use blockchain technology, right? Name some of the people and what you're really building.
So from what I'm seeing, especially in the U.S. asset managers, they want to be involved in the space, but they're hesitant. They're not sure of the regulatory framework, and they need to learn the technology better. So this is why we announced yesterday a project called Spruce, which is a public blockchain permissioned only by the KYC, KYB, AML functionality. We're doing this in part with Wellington, T. Rowe Price, and WisdomTree. What they're going to experience is the ability to see the power of execution and settlement in real time, the cost savings of putting this in this system together, And it's a safe place because it's a token valueless transfer, so it's a test net, but they will be able to experience an institutional DeFi component. No one's been able to do this so far, and this is going to be the first time they can really explore DeFi.
John, I get what the Spruce testnet offers to both the buy and sell side in terms of access. You're a businessman. I'm actually quite curious about how you make money off this model. What is the business that you've created here? Well,
first we have to create adoption. And this is the first step towards adopting this. So Ava Labs is a software technology company. At some point, we will provide services no different from AWS for things in the cloud. Instead of storage and compute power services, we'll be providing different features and tools for developers and for places like Wellington or T Rowe or Wisdom Tree to create their own applications, for them to create their own AMM or their marketplace, for them to create their own lending borrowing DApp. And right now, we've gotten partners in the applications, and we've gotten the traditional institutions to try things out and see what DeFi is all about.